I'm sitting in a stuffy lawyer's office, my heart pounding like a jackhammer, watching my smug brother Alex gloat about inheriting the family construction empire I slaved over for a decade. Emily gets the creepy old dolls, he sneers, and the whole family erupts in laughter. But then the lawyer drops a bomb. Actually, the company was never in his name. The room freezes. And just like that, after years of being called the useless little sister, I watch Alex's world crumble. Stick around. This revenge is sweeter than you can imagine. If you've ever been overlooked, undervalued, or straight up dismissed by the people who should have your back, especially family, then this story's for you. It's the ultimate tale of quiet strength turning into unstoppable power. Hit that like button if you're ready for some well-deserved justice, subscribe for more Reddit revenge stories that hit right in the feels, and let's dive in. My name is Emily Carter, and at 32, I've spent the last 10 years as the invisible backbone of our family's construction company, Evergreen Construction, right here in the rainy heart of Seattle, Washington. You know the kind of place: towering evergreens, endless gray skies, and a cutthroat building scene where one bad contract can sink you. While my brother Alex, 5 years my senior, was out chasing sunsets and finding himself on daddy's credit card, I was the one grinding. 80-hour weeks. That's no exaggeration. I'd wake up at dawn, chugging black coffee to shake off the ache in my shoulders from poring over blueprints the night before. I'd negotiate with suppliers who tried to jack up prices mid-project, smooth over disputes with union reps whose glares could curdle milk, and make sure our crew of roughneck carpenters got their paychecks on time, even when cash flow was tighter than my nerves. But to my family, I was just the organized one. The girl with the doll collection. Yeah, that's right, my late grandmother's antique dolls, passed down like some dusty family curse. I'd inherited her passion for them as a kid, spending afternoons dusting porcelain faces from the 1800s, listening to stories of their journeys across oceans. To me, they weren't creepy, they were history in fragile glass eyes. But to Alex and the rest? Emily's playing with toys while real men build empires. Growing up Carter meant tough lessons early. My dad, Robert Carter, was a force of nature, broad-shouldered, calloused hands from swinging hammers before he traded them for a hard hat and a ledger. He started Evergreen with one beat-up truck and a dream of Seattle skyline condos. Mom, Elizabeth, left us when I was 12, taken by a sudden illness that hollowed out our home like a gutted foundation. Suddenly, it was me navigating the testosterone-fueled world of job sites, where the air smelled of sawdust and diesel, and the only guidance I got was Dad's gruff, "Figure it out, kid." Alex. He was the golden child from day one. High school quarterback, dated the prom queen, breezed through business school on charm and connections. "He's got the Carter fire," Dad would boom at barbecues, clapping Alex on the back while I hovered in the background, tallying invoices. But fire. More like a flicker. Alex couldn't distinguish a rebar from a rivet. He'd show up to sites in loafers, whining about mud on his Italian leather, then vanish to network at rooftop bars. Me. I was the fixer. When Alex graduated and jetted off to backpack Europe, broadening horizons, he called it, I stepped up. Our biggest client, a high-rise developer, was about to bail on a multi-million deal over delayed permits. I remember the knot in my stomach, that cold sweat trickling down my spine as I sat in a fluorescent-lit city hall, arguing zoning laws with bureaucrats who treated me like a secretary. But I won it. Saved the contract. And when 3 key foremen threatened to jump ship to a rival firm, I reworked our benefits, dental, for 01k matches, and talked them down over greasy diner burgers at 2 a.m. I'd learned to read seismic blueprints like bedtime stories, spot OSHA violations from 100 yards, and haggle steel prices like a pro poker player. Dad saw it, I think. Deep down. "Emily's got the numbers game," he'd say, like it was a hobby. But it was more. Still, at family dinners, it'd always circle back. "Alex'll take the reins when I step down. He's the leader." Leader. Ha! Alex schmoozed clients over steaks, spouting buzzwords like synergistic paradigms, but ask him the cost of concrete per cubic yard? Blank stare. I swallowed it all, the resentment bubbling like wet cement in my gut. Every time Alex swooped in for photo ops, claiming credit for my projects, I'd clench my fists under the table, nails digging into palms until they stung. Why fight? In this family, speaking up was like yelling into a gale, pointless. Fast forward 3 months ago. Dad's gone. Heart attack, quick and cruel. I'm at his bedside in that sterile hospital room, the beep of monitors echoing like accusations. Alex. He's in Miami at some conference, code for poolside margaritas. I hold Dad's rough hand, his breath's shallow rasps. You've been my rock, Em, he whispers, eyes glassy but sharp. You get this business better than anyone. I nod, throat tight, tears blurring the foredrip. He glances at his briefcase, that battered leather relic he clutched like a shield. The dolls, not just memories, kid. Remember that. I think he's delirious, rambling about Grandma's collection. But there's a glint in his eye, unspoken. Now, here we are in Mr. Thompson's office, all polished mahogany and the faint scent of old books and stale coffee. The family's crammed in, Aunt Margaret dabbing fake tears, stepmother Linda with her pearl necklace clutched like a lifeline, cousin Mike nursing a latte. Alex struts in, Armani suit crisp, smirking like he owns the joint. I'm getting the house and the business, he declares, voice dripping smug honey. She just gets the dolls. Laughter ripples, Aunt Margaret cackles. Emily's always been the doll girl. My chest tightens, a hot flush creeping up my neck. I sit there in my plain navy dress, hands knotted in my lap to hide the tremble. Blood pounds in my ears. How many times have I fixed their messes? And this is my reward, jokes at my expense? Alex straightens his tie, preening. Emily can keep tinkering with her toys. Dad always said the company needs real leadership. Mr. Thompson, this kindly old fox with wire-rimmed glasses and a mustache like a broom bristle, clears his throat. Something in his pause, a subtle arch of brow, sends a spark through me. Anticipation coils in my belly, warm and electric. Actually, he says, voice slicing the chuckles like a buzzsaw through pine, the company was never in his name. Silence crashes down. Alex's grin falters, confusion etching his perfect jawline. Aunt Margaret's tissue freezes mid-dab. I feel it, that dangerous thrill uncoiling, years of swallowed rage bubbling up. My pulse races, but I keep my face a mask, cool as fresh-poured concrete. Dad had transferred ownership to me 5 years back. Secretly. While Alex was meditating in Bali, I was steering us through the storm of the largest contract in Evergreen's history, a 25-story eco-tower downtown. Permits tangled like barbed wire, I untangled them, sleeves rolled up, coffee-stained notes everywhere. And lurking, a subcontractor lawsuit that could have dragged Dad's personal assets, our home, into the fire. Mr. Thompson explains it all, pulling out the folder thick as a phone book. Miss Carter's been the legal owner since 2020. At your father's request, it stayed quiet to shield the business. Alex's face drains to ash. Impossible. I'm the son. His voice cracks, that golden confidence fracturing. Linda gasps, but Robert promised. I let a small smile ghost my lips, the first real one in hours. 5 years. I'd managed debts, grown revenues by 45% through smart bids and supplier deals. While they partied, I built. This is a joke, Alex sputters, leaning forward, veins bulging in his neck. Emily? Running the company. She's the accountant. The word lands like a slap, but instead of sting, it ignites something fierce. I rise slowly, chair scraping like a challenge. I have an MBA too, Alex. From UW. Finished in 3 years. No spiritual sabbaticals for me. The room gapes. Cousin Mike's cup hits the floor, coffee splashing like spilled secrets. Aunt Margaret stammers, "Emily, dear, that's no tone for your brother." I lock eyes with her. "Oh, but it is." Alexander Carter, as the owner of Evergreen Construction, I thank you for your contributions. All 0 of them. He chokes, hands fumbling his tie. Mr. Thompson drones on, business assets, equipment, IP, all mine. Valued at $2.8 million last quarter. My doing. Alex gets the house? Sure, with a $450,000 mortgage hanging like an anvil. Dad's investments? Drained funding Alex's ventures, aka jaunts to Vegas. And the car? A rusty F-150 needing an engine overhaul. Then, the dolls. Mr. Thompson announces, to Emily, the antique collection, with appraisals. Alex barks a laugh, hollow, desperate. See? Dolls. But Dad's words echo, not just sentiment. I lean in. Appraisals, Mr. Thompson? He grins, sly as a fox in the henhouse. 42 pieces, including rare 1880s German bisque dolls and a full Kestner set. Valued at $620,000. Dead quiet. Alex's laugh dies, mouth agape like a landed fish. $500,000 plus? For toys? I'd curated them, researched auctions, preserved in climate-controlled cases. While Alex mocked, I knew their worth, investments appreciating like fine wine. This can't. Alex wheezes, eyes darting. He does the math, my empire, his albatross. You tricked him. I stand tall, voice steel-edged. No tricks. I earned it. Remember the Cascade Ridge project? That $25 million beast you claimed as yours? I battled environmental regs for months while you posted beach selfies. The family shifts, uncomfortable. Linda whispers, "Why hide it?" Because he knew you'd scoff, I say. Like you are now. I flip open my binder. 5 years of ledgers, client letters, growth charts. Proof. Every nail, every deal. Mr. Thompson nods approval. Impressive, Miss Carter. Alex deflates. What now? I meet his gaze, almost pitying the boy who never grew up. Now, you build your own path. Like I did. I stride out, head high, their stares burning my back. But Alex chases to the elevator, voice cracking. Wait. We can talk. I turn, the ding of the doors like a guillotine. His suit rumples, eyes pleading, the mighty fallen. Talk about what? How you erased me. Assumed I was nothing. He stammers, words tumbling like loose gravel. I step in. I could have shared it, Alex, if you'd respected me once. But you chose blindness. Doors close on his desperate lunge. In the mirror, I see him alone, family pitying him now, the role reversal complete. Weeks later, in my corner office overlooking Puget Sound, sunlight glinting off cranes I commanded, Alex slinks in. Wrinkled shirt, hollow cheeks. Nice setup. Heard about the green builds. I don't rise. We lead in sustainable now. My vision. He shifts. I need a job. The words hang, heavy as wet timber. The golden boy, begging. My heart twists, triumph laced with a pang. But no. Sorry, Alex. Positions filled. By people who earn them. His empire crumbled. Portland's weight, Seattle's whispers spread. The heir who wasn't. Job hunts flop. Firms laugh off his resume. House foreclosed in months. He sells the truck for scraps, crashes in a studio apartment. Me. I ink deals for expansions. Dolls auction smartly for seed money. Every signature, a quiet screw you to the underestimators. In the end, revenge wasn't about destruction, it was revelation. Dad saw my fire when they didn't. Karma, it's patient, and the best justice, living well, proving them wrong without a word. Underestimation forged me stronger than steel beams. Phew, chills, right? If this hit home, smash that like button. It fuels more stories like this. Drop in the comments. What's your ultimate revenge fantasy, or the time someone regretted underestimating you? Subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Justice served. Stay empowered.